Hey, Tony Gaskins here, checking in. I'm still in Silicon Valley, but I'll be leaving today, go back to Florida. So y'all forgive me. Wanted to get a video up before I get on the plane today. And to answer the question, why do men lie? Now, I'll be honest with you. As a man, I have been extremely surprised at some of the lies that I'm hearing, and it's been mind blowing. I will tell you the truth. As a man, I've just been like, wow, that's a different level of savagery. Today, this 2020 man is other factors. So when you just look at a man in general, when you think about just the biological person, the man, he already has all of this insecurity that's kind of, I wouldn't say it's not built in, but it comes from the world and the way that the world takes and plays on the mind of a man to say, listen, if you don't have this amount of cattle in Texas, you're not a man. If you don't have this size belt buckle, you're not a man. If you can't afford this kind of watch, you're not a man. If you can't afford this type of house, you're not a man. If you can't have this type of car, this type of job, or start your own business and earn $1 million, you're not a man. So men are bombarded in different ways than women. As women, if you're a woman listening to this, then you know all the ways women are, bombarded by the media and the messaging. So for men, it goes the same way. So a man just himself already, probably by before the age of 18, starts to have all of these ideas and all of these, preconceived notions that tell him I'm less than a man unless I can do X, Y, Z. And so that when you have an insecure person, now you have somebody who is walking through life and he's seeking some ointment, like Neosporin on a cut. He's seeking some of that Neosporin on a cut, and a lot of times that is a woman. And what happens is when a man is insecure, he becomes very selfish, and he wants any and everything he can get because he's like, look, I gotta have a scarcity mindset. I gotta be selfish because it's so hard to make it in this world that I need to get everything I can get. And so he already has these pain relievers. For some men, it's just alcohol. For some men, it's gambling. For some men, it's the nasty movies. For some men, it's smoking. And for some men, it's just women. And then some men, depending on his level of pain, see, this is the thing, is every man is different in the sense of every man has gone through different things. So you may have one man that he only needs alcohol because everything in his life has been perfect except for his pressure, the pressure on him to earn as much as his parents earn. And then you may have another man who he may have alcohol and he may smoke, and that's because everything in his life has been good except for he didn't have a father and his mother didn't have a lot of money and he didn't have a lot of opportunity, so that's also weighing on him. So not having that father. And then you're going to have a man who he may do alcohol, smoking, and nasty movies. And that may be because not only did his father abandon him, but his mother was not attentive and she wasn't a good mom. And he felt like he had no one. And then he was bombarded by the world about everything that a man needs to be. And then on top of that, he's a minority. So now his need for pain alleviation is even greater because more stacked against him. Now think about this. The more that's stacked against this man, the more he's going to need pain medicine. The more he needs this pain medicine, the more of a liar you're going to have. Now, see, you probably never thought about it like that. You probably didn't tie all those pieces together, and you just think, oh, every man, all these men is a dog, and that's why they lie. They just lie because they're a dog. You know, you ask a woman, hey, you know, why do men lie? Girl, they just lie because they got a tongue. What you think? They just lie because they can lie. But that's all what's going into it, is all of those things. And I see, listen, I'm not making excuses. I'm explaining to you. I don't think he has a right to lie just because he went through a lot in his life. Now, understand what I'm saying now. And what I'm telling you is this. Is this man, and when I say lie, what I'm talking about when I say lie is I'm not just talking about y'all talking about his job and he says, oh, well, you know, I make like $75,000 a year. You know, it's a decent job. You know, it's pretty good, but I got a raise coming up soon. And he really at 50,000. I ain't talking about that kind of lie. Really, we're going deeper than those lies. I'm talking about the lies of he's with you he's with this woman and he has her thinking she the only one, and he got another woman, got her thinking she the only one, and then he's sleeping with this woman unprotected who thinks she the only one, sleeping with this woman unprotected thinking she the only one. That's what I'm talking about. These lies, these real lies, these lies that really cost you. Him lying about his income don't really cost you. Him lying about whether it's his car or his mama car don't really cost you. Him lying about whether he lived with his mama or his mama lived with him don't really cost you. But when he lying about what he's doing with his body, who all he's sleeping with, all of those things, that's when it really starts to cost you. And so really what this is, the reason why a man lies, see, I'm at a point in my life, I don't lie. I don't lie. And you know why? Because I've healed from my pain. I've gotten past the limiting beliefs that the world has put on me. I mean, I still have some, but I've been able to earn millions of dollars as a professional working for myself. So when you go and you can earn millions of dollars in a short amount of time, you start to learn that, whoa, the lies about not having a college degree, being a black man in America, that ain't enough to stop me. So now I was able to build my confidence. And then when I look at my life, I didn't have a bad life. I had a mother and a father in the home who loved me. I never was bullied. I never was abused in any way by my parents, by outsiders. So I didn't go through that. Some men went through abuse in the home, like touching from cousins or whoever. Some men went from abuse from their parents. Now, my mama used to, slap me in the back of the head. And, but that wasn't, I didn't really see that as abuse. She was the type to where she'll let me get away with so much, and then after she fed up, then she'll whoop me. But I didn't see that as abuse. I didn't take it personal. I just took it like this woman was raised in the hood, and come from a lot of hood people, because I'm seeing my aunties and uncles, and I'm just thankful this is the most of it. This the extent of it, because she could be a whole lot more messed up. And then my dad went through a whole lot more pain than my mom, and he was cool and chill and never like out of character to where it tried to hurt me or anything. So my life, I didn't have to heal from my parents. I didn't have to heal from bullying or any type of abuse. I didn't have to heal from that. What I had to get beyond is really just being a black man in the South, and all of those things that's telling you that you less than and you're incapable. So now at this point in my life, I don't have any reason to lie. And I'm gonna tell you like this right here, the truth hurt. I'm gonna tell you that. The truth hurt because I tell the truth. When I come on here and I tell the truth, Don't nobody want to hear this truth. Don't nobody want to hear that. When I'm talking to somebody in business, I tell the truth. I ain't trying to beat around no bush. I tell the truth. Listen, I'm going to have to let you go because you're not innovative. You don't work hard. You do what you're told to do, but you don't come up with ideas on your own. So therefore, I'm going to have to part ways. And I tell the truth. Now, see, when you look at a man who has not come to that point, which that's most men have not healed from their past because they had a lot more to heal from. And so therefore, they're still selfish. You ever seen, you know how like a lot of time when you may see a child who comes from nothing. And what does that do to that child? In a lot of cases, it makes that child a savage to where he or she is stealing, lying, bullying, and all of that because it becomes dog eat dog. It becomes either I'm going to take or it's going to get taken from me. And that's why you have gangs and all of this stuff. So think about this. This is what you're dealing with. So if you a woman listening to this, when you look at a man, you got to look at this man as if you are a therapist. You got to look at him as if you are a doctor. So when you sit down with this man for a date, you got to talk to this man and listen to him. And most women do more of the talking. And that's why you end up getting played. Oh yeah, it's back on you. Yep, you got to accept responsibility. Yeah, he a liar. But yeah, you still got to be prepared to do what you got to do. You can't just go into the world expecting humans to be great humans. Oh, why can't people just be good people by themselves? Oh, why do I have to raise a man? Oh, no, that's not what it's about. It's not about you having to raise a man. It's about you knowing what you need to know. Because you can't account for somebody else's trauma and pain and what they went through. You can't expect them to be healed. Like when I go to the table in business, I can't expect these people to give me a fair price and an honest deal. I got to know for myself what's an honest deal. And I got to be willing to walk away off of a gut feeling because I feel like they're trying to get over. You hear what I'm telling you? That's what you have to understand when you're dealing with a man. You got to understand that this man may be hurting, lost, and broken. And you may be finna get ready to get a whole bunch of lies. You hear what I'm telling you? So that's what you got to understand. Let me change my here position out here. I'm out here in old cottage. In old Palo Alto. That son trying to come in and bake me. He said, see a black man on the couch and want to go to baking you. So, hey, listen to me. So this is what you got to understand. When a man lies, it's not about you. It ain't even about you. It's about his own pain. It's about his own fear. It's about his own insecurity. So when you look at pain, he's hurting and he needs somebody to help soothe him. He looking for some Neosporin and a Band-Aid. That is why he's lying from pain. When it comes to insecurity, he's lying because he feels less than. He's been told, you're not a man unless you earn this kind of money. You're not a man unless you have this kind of job, this kind of car. You see what I'm saying? So he feels insecure. When I pull up on a man, first thing he do, boom, he look at my wrist. When he look at my wrist and he see a $15,000 Rolex, he like, whoa. Men take that personal. So then he like, oh man, he higher than me. If he see me hop out of foreign and he like, man, I know the sticker on that is 160,000. And he in a Toyota Camry, ain't nothing wrong with a Toyota Camry. But if his car 15 and mine 160, he like, whoa, man, he better than me. And that's how most men are. Most men equate their self-worth with their net worth. So a man, in the beginning, when you first give a man money, he has no problems in the world. It has bought him all the happiness in the world. Then when he get used to the money, that's when he realized money doesn't buy happiness. But on average, a man does not know that until he gets money. And I heard a quote that say, everybody says money doesn't buy happiness, but we all want to find out for ourselves. Think about that. Everybody say money don't buy happiness, but we all want to find out for ourselves. That's the truth. And so this was happening when you dealing with this insecure man. So that's why he's lying. And some men may be insecure for other reasons. For other reasons. And so they may be lying about just all kind of stuff. And they may be the sweetest man and all the best man, but just lying about the money they making, the job they got, the opportunities that's coming, because they insecure and they know a woman want financial security, and they know they might not be able to please you because little Jimmy is not where he need to be. The third leg, the meat leg, is not where he wanted to be. And so he has those insecurities. So he lying to you. And you like, why this man lying? Why this man lying? And then you mess around, y'all go all the way there, and you like, oh, I see. So you got pain, you have insecurity, and this is why he is lying to you. And then what happens is a lot of men, they get to the place to where they get selfish. And what I mean by this is when a man gets selfish, what I mean is he wants multiple women, and this is why he's lying about his dating situation and his sleeping around situation, because you got this how men do women, okay? Which this could have been another video, but this is why men lie about women, because no woman is a perfect woman, right? No woman is a perfect woman. No man is a perfect man. Like I'm an amazing man for my wife, but let me tell you what I'm not. I'm not the handy guy. I am not the handy guy. I'm not the fix your sink, fix your tub, change your oil, hand wash your car. That's not me. That's not me. I say, look, God bless this man over here to be able to do that. He blessed me to be able to earn enough money to afford to pay him. So I'm going to pay him to operate in his gifts. Hey, come on over here and change this spigot out on this sink. I'm not trying to go in there for my ego. Oh, let me get in here, change this out to look like a man. So you know what my wife get turned on about? When I just help her around the house. Because deep down, she probably would love, it probably would be so sexy if I was a handyman around the house. And so when I just help her do anything around the house, she tell me, I love when you help me around the house. Ooh, I love it. And so in my mind, I'm thinking like, you really wish I could change everything out in here and do all of this instead of having to call somebody and spend all this money. You really, that water heater just went out. I paid $1,500 to get a new water heater. You really wish I could have went to Lowe's, bought the water heater, come in here and put it in myself. That's what you really wish. This what I'm thinking. See, this is where the man's still battling with the insecurity. So I'm not everything. I paint that picture to say, as a woman, you might be the woman who you don't mind cooking every day. You're an amazing cook. But you might not be able to make six figures in the boardroom, in your own business. That might not be your gifting, to be a powerful entrepreneur that earns six figures or more, but you don't mind cooking. You might be able to earn six figures or more in the boardroom or in your own business, but don't like cooking. You might be very, very smart and able to make a living, but you was raised very reserved, conservative, and you became a prude to where you don't like to explore in the bedroom. So this is what I mean by you never gonna have a full package. My wife ain't got no full package with me because I'm not a handyman and doing all that. But I can afford to have somebody come do it. Now, another thing that I'm not, I don't like to do all this working out. I don't like to do it. I played football in college. I'm an athlete all my life. You see this right here on me? I ain't just completely let myself go now. I still got a little physique. But going in the gym all the time, that's not me. That's not me. Now my wife, she'll love to work out. She'll love to work out. If I was the type that want to work out with her every other day, every day, oh my goodness, she probably would love that. But that's not me. So guess what? If a woman did the same thing a man did, then she would have a man that love to work out. She'll have a man that love to fix stuff around the house, and then she'll have me, okay, that do everything else. And so that's what men try to do. Men come in so lost, broken, and hurting that men go and get the woman who like to cook. So he either that's his main woman, or he popping in after work to eat a quick meal and a wham bam thank you ma'am every day. So that takes up that extra 30 minutes, that extra hour, while he not home on time. And he be coming home 30 minutes, an hour late all the time. Popping in over there. A man will get the woman who she like to spend. She don't mind booking an old vacation. She don't mind buying him some new gifts, new cologne, new clothes. So he have her, the big spender. Sometimes the big spender she may be working on her brand. She got her money, but she may not be focusing on her body. But she got a whole lot of money. So he go to her for the money. Then he go to this one over here who she just focus on body. She just body, but she don't focus on brand. So she ain't making no money, but that body, she look like a Greek sculpture, and he get to just lust and go body, and he make money, so he give her the money. And she ain't got no brains. So she just one B with the body. You see what I mean? Then he go to the brains. So he got the woman with the brain, he got the woman with the brains, and he got the woman with the body. And very rarely, and he can't get the woman who got all three. He can't get the woman who got all three because he broke, busted, and disgusted. But every broke, busted, and disgusted man knows that it's a desperate woman that will settle for any type of man. As long as he got warm blood coursing through his veins, she'll lay up with him. Every man knows that it's a desperate woman right round the corner. Every man know that. And that any man could have three women. Every man knows that. And that's why men lie. To get what they want to get what they feel like they need. And I used to be that man. Boy, boom. Tell you I love you in the first 2 weeks with a straight face. You hear me? Look you in your eyes and say I love you and I want to marry you within the first 2 weeks. And guess what? Half of every woman want to believe that, because that's what your heart desires. So you want to believe that that's God working. A man playing on that. That's a red flag. And would be so smooth and suave, would not show any other emotions but swagoo on ragu, and just be cool, smooth, chill, just real calm, cool, calm, and collected, just swag. And so a woman don't get to see giddy and happy, don't get to see excited, don't get to see angry. So then what that represents is security. So a lot of times a man will come in and only show you one side of him. And so then you equate that with emotional intelligence. And then you want to inquire within, you want to look deeper within, because you like, oh, he must got some more that I need to find out. Now y'all got to forgive me. This sun on me now. Oh my goodness. I'm out here like a Snicker bar. And it's shining right in my eyes too. So I got to get ready to go because I'm being lost my eyesight. So I want you to understand this. And this how you get around this. I'm going to bring this all the way home to you. Every man lies, okay, until he comes to a certain part in his life. And that's typically going to be married and faithful. Because if a man is not married and faithful, then he's a liar. Point blank period. If a man is not married and faithful, then he gonna tell you a lie. It might be a little small white lie, but he gonna tell you a lie. You hear me? Until he is fully secure in who he is. Very few men gonna get to that place before marriage. So you're gonna have to dance around some of the little white lies. But it might be around how much money he makes. He might say, "Oh, I make a 1,000 a week, couple thousand a week, and he really making 500 a week." That might be the only lie that you have to deal with, okay? But this what you have to do. You got to go in. If you're a woman watching this, you got to go in and you got to be quiet and you got to ask more questions. You have to talk to a man like he's the most interesting man in the world. Even if it's only for one date. You pretend you Oprah Winfrey and you interviewing this man in front of millions and you want you a sensational interview. That's how you talk. Most women can't do that. Most women ask a question, the man start answering the question before the man even get done answering the question. "Oh, you know what? Not to cut you off. I'm sorry, not to cut you off. But that just made me think about this." And then you just go to talking. So then he get offended. He like, "Well, darn. My teacher was a woman. She ain't let me talk. My mama ain't let me talk. My auntie ain't let me talk. My last girlfriend ain't let me talk. Now I'm on here with this date and I'm finna pay for the date and you running your mouth." So now he like, "You know what? I ain't got to spare you because you self-centered, you arrogant. All you want to do is listen to your self-talk." And what you got to realize about a man is the world has been telling him to shut up his whole life. Shut up. Big boys don't cry. Shut up. Men ain't sensitive. Shut up. Men don't express their feeling. Hey, be a man. Man up. Get up. Man up. You all right. Suck it up. That's what the world been telling him his whole life. Whereas with women, the world been telling, "Oh, don't worry. Just cry it out. Just cry it out. It's okay. Oh, here you go. Just cry it out. Here you go. It's all right. It's all right. Just let it out. Let it out." And then a man, on the other hand, suck it up. Big boys don't cry. Even moms, even women telling the boys and young men this, "You're gonna be all right, champ. You got it, champ. Keep going." So he get on this here date, you doing all the talking. Instead of you looking through him, looking into his past, hear what he's trying to tell you, creating a safe space so he could talk to you, so you could understand where this man coming from. You just worried about being heard. And that's why you end up getting played. Because you just put him in the same place that every other woman and man and society has put him in, which is in a place that says shut up and do. Shut up and do. Shut your mouth, pay for this bill. Let me do all the talking, then you pay for my food. That's what you just told him. So guess what? You finna get every lie that he got. Every game he got, he finna give it to you, because now you the enemy. You're not a teammate. That's what my wife did different. She listened. She let me talk. And the more a man expresses himself, the more he falls in love. So that's the key. Even in a business meeting, on a coaching call for y'all life coaches, on anything, let the other person talk. You're going to get your turn. Let them talk. And that's what endears a person to you. And so when you go in this thing and you look at it like, okay, I get it. I see. So this is the situation here. Oh, okay. He was raised by a single mother. You done picked that up. Oh, okay. His dad was an alcoholic and abuser. Oh, okay. His cousin was real aggressive, used to bully him. Oh, okay. So now you understand what you're dealing with. When he got that on the table, Now you just cut off a whole bunch of lies that you was gonna have to hear because you just let him express his truth. Now he's bonding with you. Now you're being endeared to him. So now he's starting to see you differently. He's starting to see you like a teammate, like a catalyst, like an asset, instead of like an opponent or an enemy or somebody he has to lie to, manipulate, and deceive because you self-centered and only worried about serving yourself, doing all the talking and getting your meals paid for. You see what I mean? That's how you flip it on his head, and that's how you bring the good out of a man, because the world has only brought the bad out of him. So hey, this Tony Gaskin, I want, this video half the length as some of the other one. This here sun in my eyes, as you see. God bless y'all, and make sure you click the link in the description. Visit my mentor. You need a coach. Don't go it alone. This coach is on there that's $25 an hour, like Yvette. Just having somebody to listen to you, hear your goals, help you make a plan, and hold you accountable. Listen, that's priceless. And thank you to those of you who have gone to my mentor and booked a session with me. Somebody booked a session this morning. I woke up to saw somebody book a session on my mentor. And if you are a coach and you ready to start helping others, then get your headshot. Get your headshot now. Don't take one of them pictures in your front seat. Get your headshot or put your camera on portrait mode and take the picture. Man, over here melting like a Hershey kiss. I got to go. God bless you.